Hey YouTube, how's it going? Alan back once again with another in my series of deck reviews, and what I have today is a nice deck by MagicMakersInc.com. This is the Bicycle Reverse Back Black deck. And I'm going to do this really quick because if you've seen my review of the Black Tiger deck, you're basically almost looking at it, the exact same deck with just a couple different variations. So we're going to get started with this. We're going to take a look at the box real quick, and as you can see, it's just a nice black box, no embossing, nothing like that, with a kind of reversed image on the front with the white spade pip and the white background with the black letters rather than the other way around. It says reverse back there on the bottom. The back shows what the back of the cards look like, which is basically the same back as the Black Tiger deck. As you can see, this is the Black Tiger deck on the right. And it's basically the same type of layout as that deck, except on one side it says black reversed back, and on the other side it says air cushion finish, and the bottom has the MagicMakersInc.com information there, and a black seal from the U.S. Playing Card Company. One little difference in this deck as compared to the Black Tiger deck is what you get with it. You get a couple of gaff cards with this deck. You get a couple of deuces of spades, and on the backs you have what the front of the box would look like for a bicycle standard deck and a bicycle rider back deck. There's probably a couple gaffs you can pull off with that. And you get a joker, but the back of that joker is a Queen of Hearts reveal on the back. So again, there's something else you can do, maybe some sort of a trick with that. And you do get a blank card with this deck, with the standard black reverse back. And then after that, you basically have just a normal black bicycle deck. Very nice deck, by the way. I mess around with this deck quite a bit, just because of the way it does handle really well. Being black, it does have some chipping issues, so that's something you might want to keep in mind if you really decide you really want to pick one of these up, which I do recommend because it is a nice deck. But the black being an issue, you could possibly have chipping issues with it later on. Now let's get a real quick look at this. And this compared to the Black Tiger deck, the only difference is in the Black Tiger deck, the court cards have no color. They're basically just black and white. With this Magic Makers deck, they have inserted some standard colors from your standard bicycle deck in there. So it does add a little bit of color pop to the deck. As you can see, all of the suits are that way with the added color, which is nice. I like it. It has the standard airflow finish, rather, or not the airflow finish, but the air cushion finish, rather than the UV500 airflow, which is what comes on, well, on this version of this Ellusionist deck. You do have the airflow, UV500 airflow finish. So that is the only other difference. Maybe a little bit thinner stock than what the Ellusionist deck would have. But other than that, you're almost looking at the exact same deck. Handling-wise, it's just about the same. Handles great. Spreads great. Just very nice. Flows really smooth. And you get the added addition of the gaff cards that come with it. So it does not have any jokers other than that one gaff joker. So you're not going to get any jokers with this deck like you would with the Black Tiger deck. So once again, this is the reversed back deck by MagicMakersInc.com. Goes anywhere from 10 to 12, 13 bucks a deck. So if the additional cost is worth those couple of gaff cards you get with it, you're almost just as well going with a nice Ellusionist deck, the Black Tiger deck. But other than those gaffs, it's pretty much the same deck. It's gonna handle just the same. It looks exactly the same. If you're not real big on the color with the court cards, then that's not gonna, I don't think that's a $4 or $5 a deck difference as far as I'm concerned. But I still do like the deck. I definitely recommend picking it up if you don't have one already. It'll make a nice addition to your collection, as it does mine. So once again, this is the Bicycle Reverse Back Black Deck by Magic Makers Inc. And you can pick one up there. And I want to thank you all for stopping by, checking out the channel, checking out the video. If you want to do me a favor and tap that like button for me, I would greatly appreciate it. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Get a lot more deck reviews there, and more to come here shortly in the future. A lot of decks coming out that I need to review. So once again, thanks for hanging out. Have a great day.